What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Earlier today, I did a video, and I was just clowning in the video a little bit, just having a little bit of fun about the YouTube shot callers and the comment killers. But this video right here is a lot more serious. And it's a video that I've been thinking about for a while. And you see the thumbnail. You see the title. As I'm recording right now, I don't know who all I'm going to drag into this. I know two for a fact. Okay. And let's just go from there. So on YouTube, there are certain content creators that I've mentioned, Renegade Media being one of them. Renegade being probably the main one that I feel is I don't know this dude. I've never spoke to him. And this is just my personal opinion. And every time I do talk about this individual, people get very upset. Some people, they're in my comments and you're just trying to get clicks and money off his name and this and this and that. Well, as content creators, everything that we put out, we're trying to make money off of. We're trying to get clicks. This is our job. That's what a content creator does. I, on the other hand, have made videos, and I usually say it. When I do certain videos that I know I just feel it gets put on my heart, hey, man, somebody might need this message today. I know those videos won't hit. But that's the foundation of my channel, right? Now, when I say that I feel Renegade Media is very irresponsible, I sincerely mean that from the bottom of my heart. And Boxer from Paradigm Media falls in that same category. But I feel like he doesn't do it as much as Renegade. And again, let me get to it. These two individuals, they're speaking on, for the most part, they're speaking on individuals, areas, and organizations that they've never been a part of, never been around, don't know personally. And because of those things, they rely on other people. And they have to hope. That's all they have, a hope. They have to hope that what they're being fed is the truth, that what they're being fed is accurate. I can't do videos like that. No. And I give you an example. The other day, I saw that Renegade Media said he took some videos down. And one of them, that's as far as I got, one of them was the video he did about the 805, specifically Santa Paula. And he said that he got some stuff wrong, and he stuck to all adamant, oh, but this is correct and that's correct, and correct according to who fed you the story. It is what it is, whatever, right? But in the video, when he says he got certain things wrong, he said that despite talking to 30 people, despite talking to 30 people, and 30 people all confirming the same story, despite that, he had a woman in the story that had nothing to do with an individual anymore, hadn't had anything to do with it other than she employed him, and named that person's store, which obviously is going to have an effect on business, right? Look, I'm from the 805. It is very, 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 very hard for me to believe that there were 30 dudes from the 805 talking to Renegade Media about another person or people in the 805. I damn sure don't believe 30 people from Santa Paula were talking to that dude. And with these dudes, Renegade and Boxer from Paradigm Media News, I've said it before and I'll say it again. When they're fed a story, I don't know that they understand how treacherous politics are on the southern side. And how dudes will concoct a whole entire story about someone they dislike and feed it to someone like Renegade or Paradigm Media. They would love to feed it to them. For one, they created a whole story on somebody who they have a personal issue with. And then they got these dudes looking a fool, where they're literally laughing at them. And people that know the truth are like, where the fuck did they get that shit from? And so they killed two birds with one stone. Now, do I have any personal issues with either one of these dudes? Hell nah. I don't know them to have. You know, I've said it before. How can somebody have hatred for somebody they've never met or somebody that's never personally affected them? I can't. You know, the trolls like to come into the comments and say that, you know, certain YouTubers, certain content creators are saying this about me and saying that about Gunner. And for the most part, the two channels that they bring up the most are the two channels that are trying to build cases against people, that are trying to put people away. And it's people that they've never met. Again, it's facts that can't be verified. It's stories based off of assumption. Probably a lot of politicking behind the scenes. But it'll get you numbers. But see, those are the type of numbers, those are the type of views and the type of money I don't want. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. I can't have anything to do with that. It wouldn't sit well with my conscience. I did decades in prison. And there's no way, even though I met a lot of the legends from up north while in the shoe. I was in the same pod with several of them, right? I understand certain things. My understanding is on a superficial level for various reasons. Obviously, I was never a part of that group, never a part of that faction. So there's no way they're going to let me in on their secrets, right? Second of all, I didn't give a damn. They do whatever they do. It doesn't matter. Both sides look at each other like that. I fuck what they're doing, hoes. That's how it is. So when I see someone, or I see these people, and they're going into so much depth and detail, and they say people get at them left and right through social media and through however they get at them. These are the two of the most, keep it real. These are two of the most despised people because of the content they put out. How are they so easily, how is it so easy to get in contact with them? Doesn't make sense to me. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there are dudes who are victimized or bullied out of something that'll have a story to feed these dudes. I have no doubt about that whatsoever. But that's when you start becoming a puppet. You become a slave to the content. You become a slave to those feeding you the stories. And because you're not from an area, you can't just reach out to somebody like, hey, Holmes, what's up with this dude, eh? First of all, what's this dude's story, Holmes? I want to know who this dude is. And then when you get past that is, hey, well, this Vatos fed me this story, man. And somebody could really tell you, like, nah, Holmes, that ain't how it happened. You know, the best lies they say are the ones that have some truth in them. If you can get a small, tiny smidge of truth and build a bunch of lies around it, that little bit of truth may go a long ways. Because as long as a couple people know, hey, Holmes, well, you know what? I don't know about this other stuff, but hey, he's right about this. You can convince those that don't know. And I feel like that's what happens a lot of times on YouTube and a lot of this content. There's a lot of people who their level of understanding is on a superficial level. And it's there for a reason. It really is need to know in there. It really is, you're going to be on a need to know basis in that lifestyle. What you do not need to know, you will never know. And based on your ability to comprehend, read the room, read people, react like that, that's the level of your need to know anything. That's the basis of it. There was a third person I was going to bring into this video. And that's why I had initially said this video, I don't know if I want to do it. And I'm still leaving that person out. I wanted to use that person basically as a foil. As the other side with explanation. And I'm still choosing not to at this point. That video may be made down the line. I don't know. I have to do what I'm comfortable with. You know, all these dudes that are going to come in the comment section and they're going to, oh, this, oh, that. Listen, let me end this video like this. I never testified against anybody. I never cooperated with authorities against anybody. And I never told on anybody. So you guys can come over here and talk all the papas you want and support the dudes that are on here that are trying to build cases against people or have already put away hundreds. That's fine. It's not for me to judge those individuals. We each make a bed that we have to lay in. That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.